UFC Vegas 114 just wrapped up. Kevin Vallejos gets the dub in the main event. We're going to go through it right now. We're going to go through the entire thing. What a freaking awesome card. That was incredible. That entire Meta Apex card was so awesome. The entire thing was incredible. I just could not believe how good all the fights were. Honestly, not one fight was like, you know, uh, not really like a bummer. Now, Josh Emmett coming in was saying that, we'll see Kevin Vallejos if he even has that type of that sort of caliber of if he's that type of fighter. Basically, he essentially fought Ilya Topuria, who's arguably one of the best in the division at the moment, pound for pound, almost best fighter in the world. And then Kevin Vallejos lost to Gene Silva. Now you have Emmett, who just lost. I think it's his second or third fight in a row. And then you have Kevin Vallejos, who just won multiple fights in a row. So what I wanted to do real quick is look at, like, essentially, and these are just early ideas of possibly who they could fight in the future. For Kevin Vallejos, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the featherweight division, which I'm checking out on my phone right now. You got, obviously, Alex Volkanovski, who's a champion, Movsar Evloev, number one contender, who's going to be fighting Lerone Murphy next weekend. You got Diego Lopez fighting Steve Garcia on the White House main card. Then you have Yara Rodriguez, who I heard was rumored to fight someone else actually at the same time. And then obviously you got Yusuf Zalal, who's going to be fighting number 5, Aljamain Sterling. You got Gene Silva. What if they did a rematch with Kevin Vallejos and Gene Silva? That would be cool. You have Arnold Allen, who's going to be fighting soon as well, pretty soon, fighting Malky Acosta. And then you have Josh Emmett at number 11, who just lost to Kevin Vallejos, who's number 4. That is going to be an interesting fight. I think Josh Emmett that you should give to Patricio, or whoever wins the fight between Patricio versus the other Bellator fighter. And then over here we have David Onama, who's not number 15. I think I think they should give the winner of Steve Garcia versus Diego Lopez. That would be a good one. Give that to Kevin Vallejos. Okay, in the co-main event, we have Gillian Robertson, who got the dub, basically, who won a unanimous decision. That fight was pretty interesting. I thought, like, Amanda Lemos did a lot better than I was expecting her to do. I thought she definitely would have got submitted. Her hands look good. Gillian Robertson, I think, needs to get better at her striking still, especially if she was, obviously she'll be in the top 5 at this point. I think she needs to do a better job in the striking area itself. And right now, I'm looking at the thing they're interviewing Andre Fili. Sorry, not Andre Fili. They're interviewing Kevin Vallejos right now in the post show of the UFC thing. So yeah, we got Andre Fili versus Jose Miguel Delgado. That was an interesting fight. I actually thought Andre Fili won that fight, to be honest with you. But in the same breath, like, Jose Delgado did a decent job after round 2 and 3. In the first round, I thought Andre Fili was all Andre Fili, most of it, to be honest with you, especially after he caught him with that right hand. And this fight was sick. Marvin Rahiki versus Harry Hardwick. I heard Dominic Cruz say Harry Hardwick's got his jaw broken. I was thinking, does he actually have his jaw broken? Because he had his mouth open the entire time, and you have Marvin Rahiki, and it looked like Marvin Rahiki even said it after the fight, but it looked like he had to dig a little deeper than he realized, because Harry was not taking any. He was not going down from all that punishment that he had, which was insane. I thought it was a great fight. I loved the fight. And then I got super excited with the Ion Cutelaba versus Umar Sy. I thought Umar Sy is going to be okay. Apparently, he lost to... Who did he lose to? Let me double check right now. He was undefeated before he lost to one of the guys. And I have it here, 1 second. Menefield. Menefield killed him, basically. And yeah. And any hype that he had, Umar Sy, I think it's pretty much gone. Him being from France, I didn't think he was much of a, exciting fighter anyways, in general. Ion Cutelaba has always been a cool fan favorite. I just feel like sometimes sometimes he just, like, I think he makes the wrong decisions, like in terms of fight IQ, and then ends up losing the fight that he could have easily won. But now he's obviously a lot more, like, even Michael Bisping said at the end of the fight, he goes, "You're a lot more calmer, a lot more composed. You're not just going out there and throwing strikes like boom, 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 and you look a lot better." And then obviously we have this Charles Johnson fight against Bruno Silva. Now, I personally thought Bruno Silva won the fight, and then apparently Charles Johnson, a lot of people are saying it's really, really close on Twitter. I thought Charles Johnson didn't win that fight. Obviously, I think round 1 he definitely lost. I think round Well, a lot of people said round one was kind of close, but in my opinion, Charles Johnson lost that round. Seeing him against Bruno Silva, I thought Bruno Silva has improved a lot compared to before. I thought he did really, really well. I think what happened is because he fought Joshua Van and he essentially got knocked out with that flurry at the end of the during the TKO at the end by the cage essentially. I think he thinks that he can get up there, and I think he did a really good. I thought he had a good performance in my opinion compared to. Oops, sorry about that. I thought he had a good performance in my opinion compared to like his previous performances. But yeah, Charles Johnson, I guess, gets the W. It's interesting to see where he goes next. To be honest with you, he called out Josh Van. He called out the new guy, Lorna Kavanaugh. He said he knocked out both of them. He wants to go fight towards the belt. I could see them matching him up with someone. I think Lorna Kavanaugh is going to fight Manel Kopp, if I'm not mistaken. And then whoever is the loser of that fight, I think they should match up with Charles Johnson. Bruno Silva, obviously, he just lost his fight. So let's have a look at the flyweight division real quick and see who they can match him up with. Does he have a ranking? I'll take that as a no. Let me just double check if he has a ranking. No ranking, no ranking. Okay, let's see. Well, that was an interesting fight. I'm not gonna lie. I think he should fight someone like, and I know Charles Johnson called out Brandon Royval. I think that's a good matchup. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a really good matchup. And Charles Johnson's number 14 at the moment. We have Steve Ercik, who's actually fighting Elliot. Yeah, Elliot. Yeah, let's see. I think Bruno Silva could fight Tagir Ulanbekov. That guy. Yeah, he could fight him. The one who just lost to basically the new guy who just came in, right? Which is Kyoji Horiguchi. Kyoji Horiguchi's in the top 5 right now. So, what about Charles Johnson versus Kyoji Horiguchi? That would be a cool fight, to be honest with you. Let's see. Yeah, Manel Kopp, I think, is going to be fighting Loner Kavanaugh pretty soon. Who's in like number 6. This flyweight division, I'm not going to lie, is actually pretty awesome compared to before. And then Myktybek Orolbai versus Chris Curtis. That was a win. I think Myktybek Orolbai, I like him as a fighter. I thought he did actually a really good game plan in terms of like getting the dub. And Chris Curtis, yeah, it looks like his coaches weren't very happy with him in the corner, Eric Nixick and Sean Strickland and all of them over there, which was cool to see. Chris Curtis is just one of those guys, man. Like I feel like sometimes he does really, really well at performance wise, and then sometimes he doesn't just do good enough. And someone was saying recently, like, he does a lot of shots to the body, and then the issue is that people don't see the damage from it. Like the people who are scoring the fight don't see the damage from it. So therefore, you're like essentially losing the fight, so to speak, right? And then they're at welterweight, so I think Orolbai can go ahead and actually fight a little bit higher in the rankings. Maybe you can get someone at the top 15. I mean, like Daniel Rodriguez is a good fight. Maybe Colby Covington. Maybe too soon for Colby Covington, to be honest with you. But Daniel Rodriguez, I think that would be a cool matchup, or MVP, someone like that. I think MVP would actually be a good one. Um, you also can get Euros Medic, the Serbian guy, or maybe the winner of Gilbert Burns versus um, Mike Malott, which I heard also they want to like try to match up between Colby Covington and that guy. Now this fight, heavyweight division, these guys are honestly good in my opinion. It's just so funny. Like Vitor Petrino looks completely different compared to Steven Asplin. And Steven Asplin, I love him as a fighter. I think he's hella cool. When he did that, almost mooning basically like a Derek Lewis type of thing, I thought that was hilarious. But him against Vitor Petrino, I thought was a great fight. I don't know who Vitor Petrino could fight next. Obviously he's got 2 wins or 3 wins, is it? He fought Anthony Smith, won against him. Yeah, it's an interesting fight. Elijah Smith, that guy was smooth as hell. Got the submission in round 2 and a minute and 4 seconds in against you. Damn, I thought he was good, very good. That to wait, I thought that was a sick ass fight. I was for it, all for it. This guy, Balaji Oki versus Manso Souza. Dude, Souza looked like a world beater. Just the way he KO'd Oki, like it almost reminded me of that Jamal Hill versus Johnny Walker and the way he got the KO as well. Like that was insane. That was a great fight. And then you got Brad Tavares to have the co-main eventer, Gillian Robertson talking, and then she's obviously got Dean Thomas. That's hilarious. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Brad Tavares versus Eric Anders. I thought this was a sick fight. This whole fight card was incredible. Like muy bien. Brad Tavares versus Eric Anders. Like that was a great fight. Multiple times, both of them just basically almost had each other out. Eric Anders first has almost Brad Tavares out. I think in the first or second round, and then the third. I think the second round. I think it was the first round, and then I think no. Yeah, I think it was the first. No, I can't remember exactly. I think it was the first round or the second round. And then one of the rounds were kind of like, 50-50. And then the last round, I think that was when Brad Tavares almost got Eric Anders out. Bia Mesquita. Dude, she threw 2 right hands at the very beginning and almost got Montse Rendon out completely. Like that was insane. And then she gets the dub, right? She got a submission, a rear naked choke. Dude, that was incredible and as a fight. That was awesome. What a beautiful fight. Okay. Full transparency, I was shooting the podcast with Mo and Colin right before this. So these 2 fights at the beginning, I did not see. So I can't really say much about them. But up until that point, Bia Mesquita, I thought incredible fight. I thought all these fights were incredible. Tell me which one of these you guys think will Tell me which fight you like the most, and let me know down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Thank you for all of you giving me the love, the support. Just keep it going, giving me the likes on the videos as well. Also, comment below as well. Comment below, subscribe. I love the feedback. I love the results. Thank you so much.